Hey, what's up guys? This is going to be part 2 of the knife sale. Now we're into the customs. So I'm actually just going to unload everything. I just realized that I like to get new stuff all the time. So I don't use any of these knives really, so these are all going to be pretty much brand new. If they're not, I'll talk about it as they go along. So right off the bat, I got a new Preidium. It just came in just a few days ago, for those of you guys who watch my Instagram. This knife is freaking smooth. This is going to be, I've never cut anything. It's going to be 800. Struggling focusing with this thing. This is number 28. Comes with the case with the number 28 Preidium Ferrum Forge. Just a crazy smooth knife. I mean, it's awesome. So 800 on that. We got the Curtis F3 3.5 version, all stone washed, just like it came from Dave. Polished pivot, great stone washing, very smooth. Would hide anywhere that you might put on it. Again, pivot, Curtis Knives logo, just a great stone wash. Awesome, awesome knife. This one's going to be $775. Next up is going to be the matte Cucchiara Dorado. This one's really nice looking knife. I was stoked to grab this. Stonewash blade, just awesome detail work here on the scale. And he makes a mid-tech. This is the custom version. Just really awesome detail work. He did the same thing on the carved pocket clip. And the same type of work he did on the back there. This one literally has only come out of the package the one time I made a video. It hasn't come out again. So this one's going to be $695 shipped. Very smooth knife. We've got the next up, and I can't believe I'm even doing this, and I don't know that this will, I don't know if I'm going to go through with this or not, so we're going to see. I do love these knives. This is my one-off bodega. Before I show you that, if those of you guys who haven't seen it, this is from Todd. It is the Bodega Black Gold 1 of 1 with this steel lightning strike carbon fiber, made for me specifically July 26, 2013. Like I say, I like to get nice stuff all the time. I'm really looking at some really high-end knives right now. So, you know, I guess I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go through this one or not. So anyway, this one is expensive, guys. This one cost me a lot of money. So this one's $2 grand. It is a one-off. Will never be done again. In fact, the titanium models are put on hold indefinitely. But the difference in this one, and you should watch my other video on this, me unboxing, is you can see the gold around the edge. This one's done in a DLC coating. The other one I have is a Cerakote. But it is just gorgeous knife. Never been touched. Literally, I take it out, flip it a couple times, and put it right back. But the black golds are done. I don't think they'll ever be made again. And even if they go back to the titanium models, you won't be able to find these. So I've got 2 of them, and they're done in the cracked ice, and this one's in the gold. It's just, I mean, this knife is just so nice. Lightning strike carbon fiber both sides. It's got the polish inside there, and the gold shine that goes around the edge. See it there? Just a phenomenal knife. The IKBS is put in there and done in black. I mean, this is just a sick, sick knife. This one has a little bit of lock stick on it, just in full disclosure. Great lock up, just sticks a little bit. Smooth as a baby's ass though. All my bodegas are great. This thing flips like a monster. This one's got the dark pivot where the other one has polish, and this has the black hardware. So this is literally like a blacked out version with just the cracked ice and the gold around the edge and the shiny. And I don't know why this thing's focusing, struggling. So anyway, $2 grand for this, guys. It's a badass knife. So if you're lucky enough to grab that, you need to grab it from me now while I'm doing it. Next one up is the Praetorian Ti. This is the Big Daddy. This was the very first Praetorian done by Greg in the Vulcan finish. And I don't know how well this comes up on the video, but it's just awesome looking. Never cut a thing. You see the polish on the edge, just like it came from Todd. There's a video on Medford's site from the guy that got this. I got this secondhand. His name's Todd. So it's I think it's, if you look up Vulcan finish Praetorian Ti, it'll be this. But anyway, just to tell you a little bit about this, I don't know how well it's coming up. This goes from a purple to a bronze to a regular flame treat at the top. And I don't know how well it's coming out, but you can kind of see the blue and purple coming in around here. It's just done really well. It's all flame treated hardware. The breaker, I can't remember what he did, but go watch the video on it. Greg did it. It's called Toddalicious. That's what he calls the guy that buys, and this guy buys like a crap load of knives. So anyway, flame treated again. It all matches, all different colors. You're seeing purples and blues, and again right there. So it's my sweat too, but and then there's that finish on this one as well. Just, this is a badass knife. So this is actually my wife's favorite knife. Why, I don't know. She can't even hardly pick it up. These are monsters. Very early lockup on this guy. 10 or 15%. It is very smooth. Now, one thing I will say on the top right here, he made this for Todd. Doesn't affect anything in there, but it's got the TT stamped in the top. I loved it because my last name was Todd. So, but anyway, this is just a badass knife. If you want one of these from Greg, he's on like 35 weeks or somewhere around there. And with this one, just to sweeten the pot a little bit, it comes with the normal Pelican hardware. I mean, Pelican case from Greg, dog tag, all that sort of thing. And then I'm actually going to throw in, those of you who see this, I will not sell this separately, guys, so please don't ask me to. It's done in the Vulcan finish, just like the knife, and it's done to match it. It's hard to tell in this light, but this is a Medford tool that actually fits the pivot. And you can open it up along with a bottle opener and a screwdriver on the end. And Greg made this specifically to go with that knife. And it's the only one he's ever made. So it goes with this, set up that way. So I'm going to throw this in with it. Praetorian Ti is $1,500, and you'll get this for free. So wish I could probably sell this for a few $100s on its own. This is a one-off piece. So you basically be getting the Praetorian Ti for what you'd pay from Greg, and you don't have to wait 35 weeks or whatever it is he's got. So anyway, that's Praetorian Ti. Next up would be the Norseman. I think this was a G5 score, straight from the Norseman brothers, done in blue anodized with Moonglow inserts. I tell you what, Smoke Eater talked about the sharpest knife he's ever got in production or from the maker was his Norseman, and I will concur with that 100%. These knives are sharp as hell. So you've got this is all the newest stuff that he's put on there, like the pivot, and it's a non-spinning pivot. It sits right in there, and then it's got the Moonglow on the back. RWL 34, the awesome grind lines from them. Very, very smooth knife as well. Falls into the blade, flips like a champ. The Moonglow's awesome. If you're friends with me on Instagram, you should check it out. And I may even put the flashlight on it real quick so you can see it. So that Norseman's going to be $695 shipped. And his prices have gone up a lot. I think they start at $500 now, and then that doesn't include crap. So when you add all this stuff in, this is a really good price on this knife. Next up, again, I can't believe I'm doing this either, is my Yuna. Actually, let me do this real quick so you can see. Just really sweet. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it glow just on one side. I love playing around with these. This and my Will Moon are some of my favorite ones to goof around with. So just glows like a champ. As you can see, that's the non-glow, and then that's the glow. So anyway, Yuna. This one needs a little wrist action to flip out. Like I say, Yuna's knives are not the best flippers in the world. This is in the upgraded steel. Come on, baby, focus. Just as it came from him. It's almost like a hand-rubbed satin. It's his logo in the front. Yin-yang pivot, the titanium flame-treated. This is an awesome layered, and I don't know how well this comes out, carbon fiber. It's just awesome. This knife fits the hand so freaking well. I mean, it just literally melts right into your hand. Then you also have the choke up there. Great jimping on the top. I mean, this knife is just crazy. I've wanted one of these. Actually, this is my second one I've owned. I just don't use it, and I don't know that I ever would. It's just a super nice knife, and if I was to ever grab a knife to use, I don't think it would be this. So, anodized dots on the back look awesome. This knife's in mint condition. I mean, absolutely mint. Just a great knife. I've had several people ask me for this one before, and I turned them down. So I don't really know why I'm trying to sell this now. But so this one's gonna be $1,800 on this. Again, a little wrist action, but this knife is, if you want a Yuna, this is the one to get. I'm just telling you right now, this is the nicest one I've ever seen, and it's in the best condition. It's literally like it came directly from Yuna. So $1,800 shipped on that. If that one doesn't sell, not gonna hurt my feelings. Next up, Broadwell Technis. Just got this thing not long ago. Stunning the mocha tie. This is so pretty. And this, I gotta put some Windex on it. My hands are sweaty and have been all over this. This thing pops like a champ. Lightning strike carbon fiber. If you want to watch the video on this, it shows a little more detail about it. Just a phenomenal looking knife. Completely made by hand. David has actually been doing this for a long time. Hand makes most of his parts. And then he actually has helped many other makers get into knife making and teaching them how to do stuff. Awesome blade. Great etching on the blade right there where his logo is and all around it. Again, like a hand ground satin. It's just, this knife is ridiculous. It's so pretty. I don't think, again, I'll ever use it. It's just a little too nice. Flips great. Is extremely smooth to close. Falls right into the blade on its own weight. Falls right into the handle. So this one is $1,350 shipped. I talked to him the other day, David, about getting, through email, about getting another one of his knives. Something that's a little more rough looking. That thing's like a masterpiece there, and he was on a 2.5-year wait. So anyway, that one's a mocha tie. His top of the line Technis is what it's called. So next up, last two. Again, I don't know why I'm doing this either, but this is, you guys noticed that? This is the Prototype Tanic. As you guys know, I've owned a lot of Tanics. That's kind of how I've made my way into the knife world, is buying these up like crazy. And I do love them. They are great knives. And this is the very, very first one. Not the number one that went to Brian. This is the actual prototype where Jeff based all of the Tanics on. It is a rough piece, as you would expect a prototype to be. I wouldn't say it's the best like user type. This is just, as you know, he's really blown up in the knife world, and past his pimping and actually into knife making. And this, you know, this could be worth a ton of money someday. It's a little bit off center, not by much though. The back is done in C-Tech. It's kind of neat because this is the sideways C-Tech. Most of the C-Tech you'll see from this angle where the lines are going down. And it's got all the little hexagons, and he did it a little differently with this, so it's kind of neat. In the inside, you might be able to see. It's kind of a rough flipper. I don't know if that'll show in there. Can't really see it. Anyway, pretty cool though, just to have the very first Tanic as these things becoming. They've sold for a lot of money, and to have the prototype's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm actually letting this go for a really reasonable price considering it's a prototype. So this one's $9.50 shipped, and you could be the one that owns the very, very first Tanic. Like I say, it's a rough knife. It's not really a user. It's more of a collector's piece just to say you have it. So it's a rough build, you know, as a prototype should be. So, but anyway, that's it's functional. It just isn't like the ones that he's made because it was the very first one. Last but not least, and I contemplated this tonight, and this is my favorite knife in my collection, probably, other than maybe my Shirogorov. However, again, I just don't use it. So this is my Timascus Tanic. In my personal opinion, this is the nicest one he's ever done. Again, I need to put some Windex on this, so I don't know how colorful that's coming up. But this is the one Jeff made specifically for me. Timascus pocket clip. It's carved, just an awesome knife. Again, this will be one that if it doesn't sell, I'll be okay. I mean, the main reason I'm even selling these really high-end stuff is because I'm looking at some very, 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 very expensive stuff. And when I want something, I get it. So, or at least I try. And the way I'm going to get it is by selling some of these. So anyway, this is the just an incredible knife. I actually do carry this every once in a while. There are no scratches that I know of, but I love to put it in the jean pocket and take it out and show it off to everybody. It's cool because when this is in your pocket, this is what everybody sees. And on a bright sunny day without all this gunk all over it, I should have put some Windex on it, but it just glows. Just a great knife. It's got a lock bar insert. I mean shit, losing my train of thought. It's getting late. Can't recall what this is, but anyway, it keeps the might be a lock bar insert. It's not a lock stabilizer. I think it is lock bar insert. Anyway, so it keeps it from it's real tight, keeps it from rubbing and wearing down the titanium on the frame. So this one's again going to be expensive. If it doesn't sell, not going to hurt my feelings. So this one's going to be $2,200. And that's shipped. Again, to me, the nicest. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you. The back here is done in Timascus as well with the grooves. And again, it's not showing up in the light the way that it should. If this was the daylight, this would be crazy. But go back and watch some of either my videos on Instagram or pictures on Instagram. GKTII on both. But isn't that pretty? Just a phenomenal knife. So anyway, guys, I'll post these videos up. I got a production video of the production knives that went up before this one, and if you're interested in something, just send me an email. It's the easiest way for me to get a hold of it versus going through the YouTube messaging system, which I'll try. I mean, if you do it that way, I'll try. But first come, first serve. So anyway, guys, letting go some of my favorites here. These are tough to come by. Yunas are 2.5 year wait. Tanics, there's these one of the first 20, and then I don't know how long it's going to be from there. Medford's 30 some weeks. You'll never see another bodega like that ever. It's a one-off. Custom matte Cucchiara. F3s are on fire right now. Broadwell Technis 2.5 year. I mean, just everything up here. There's only 100 Preidiums. These are really high-end, very quality knives. So, thanks for watching, guys. First one to grab it gets it. It's all net PayPal, and it'll be shipped with insurance. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.